Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to completely take apart your Samsung Galaxy S6. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to be showing you how to remove the back cover first. So what you're going to need is a suction cup to help you out to lift it up at first. And you're going to need a heat gun or hair dryer to heat it up, and you're gonna need some kind of prying tool. Try and get something plastic like a playing card or a guitar pick so you can put under there so that it doesn't scratch the paint, the color on the back cover when you start going around it. Alright, so let's start heating it up first. Alright, and we're going to start prying it up from the bottom towards the top. If you're using a heat gun, remember to be very careful not to heat it up in just one area, because it could damage the motherboard or the parts inside the phone. Also, yeah, first thing we want to do is, I'm sorry, I completely forgot to tell you this. Turn your device off before you begin to do this. So let's power it off. Alright, once it's off, then we can continue. Alright, once you see it's pretty hot, that it burns your hand, you can stop. Now with the suction cup, we're going to put it on there and lift it up a little bit. You may want to use some kind of cloth or something because it's going to be really hot. So, or maybe some gloves. Alright, so we're going to do like this. And we're going to lift it up here. Just enough to the point where we could wedge something in there. Alright, so there you go. I got that in there. Once you have something in there, then you're going to go around it with the plastic tool like I mentioned. You can take the suction cup out once that's in there. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to keep giving it a little more heat so that it can come out easier. You are going to have to pull it up a little hard because it does have a lot of like adhesive tapes on there. Alright, so let's take this out. Once again, let's get it with this because it's hot. And then we're going to just kind of wedge around it. But if you heat it up, that's going to help out a lot. And it's going to also cause it to remove easier so that the glass doesn't break, because you don't want to break your back cover, because then you're gonna have to end up buying another one. Alright, Alright, so once you are at about this point, Alright, so as you can see, it's coming out. You see, these are the adhesive strips that hold the back on there. So we're gonna just remove this strip down. Alright. And we're gonna save these strips, so just hold them down. So that when we put the back cover back on, it'll stick on there correctly again. So there you go, the back cover's off. Just put it right here. Alright, so we want to make sure that these adhesive strips, we place them back as they were. Alright, excellent. So that's how you get the back cover off. Once you have the back cover off, if you need to get into the phone, what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to remove all the Phillips screws, and I'm gonna show you how to do that right now and where they are all at. Alright, so let's continue. Okay, so there's some screws that you could see in plain sight, but there's some screws that are going to be hidden under the adhesive, the white adhesive tape that's going around the frame. So first, let's remove the screws that we can see. Alright, so there's really only 3 screws that you can see in plain sight. The other ones are going to be hidden under the tape. So there's one right here.
There's going to be another one here. Alright, there's going to be another screw under here. There's going to be another one here. There's going to be another one down here on this corner. And there's going to be another one right here. There's going to be 2 by the charging port. And there should be another one here. Yep, there's another one right here. Next to this antenna connector thing. And there's going to be another one here. And the last one is going to be up here by this corner. There's going to be another one up here in this corner. And there's going to be another one right here.
Okay, so once you have all of the 13 screws removed, there's one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Once you have them all removed, then we can lift up the back frame. Alright. And another thing we're going to need before we lift up the back frame is we're going to need to take out the SIM card tray. So let's remove that. And we're going to do it from the bottom towards the top. So let's get the bottom here and lift it up. There you go. Alright, so this is pretty much everything on the phone. There's the motherboard, camera, front camera, ear speaker. This is for the LCD cable. So here you have everything that you would need to replace on this phone. Alright, now to remove the battery, we're gonna have to remove the motherboard so it's easier on us. So we're gonna disconnect all these cables right here. Disconnect these two antenna cables down here. We're gonna disconnect this little black cable for the home button. Disconnect the LCD cable. We're gonna disconnect the front camera and take it out, and the ear speaker, and obviously the battery cable. So once you have all that removed, you can lift the motherboard up, and we're gonna disconnect the charging port connector down here, and the motherboard comes out. Once the motherboard is out, to remove the battery, we're gonna have to give it a little bit of heat so that the adhesive cools down. So let's give it a little bit of heat, and then we're gonna pry up on it with like an open prying tool. I'm gonna use a metal one, but you could use a plastic one as well. It'll be safer. If you're using a heat gun, be careful not to heat it up too much. Alright, once it's hot enough, we're going to take the prying tool and wedge it under the battery, and we're going to just pry up on it slowly and carefully. You can wedge up on it on this side a little bit and then go on the other side. Once you get all the way to the bottom, the battery will come out. And these are the two sides of adhesive that are holding the battery in. Alright, so once you have the battery out, we're going to get our new battery and place it in. So we're just going to place it back in here, just the same way the old battery was. Alright, and then we're going to place the motherboard back on. Let's connect this charging port cable down here. Just to get that out of the way now. Actually, let's put the motherboard back in. Alright, once the motherboard is situated, we're going to click down here so that the charger port flex can click in. Alright, and then we're just going to connect all the flex cables again. Let's connect the LCD cable, connect the battery cable, let's place the front camera back on, and let's connect the home button back on. And the two antennas that are connected to the charger port. Alright, so once we have everything connected again, we're going to place the back frame back on. Alright, so place it on first towards the bottom. Alright, so once the back frame is back on, we're gonna put all the screws, all the Phillips head screws back in. Alright, so once all these screws are back on, make sure that the adhesive is still good, because we're going to be placing the back cover right back on the adhesive. Alright, so we're going to place the back cover back on, and then just squeeze it on around all the sides so that the adhesive can stick back onto it and hold it in place. Alright, then just put your SIM card tray back in, and you are all set and ready to go. Hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Bye bye.